Hi everyone, my name is JoAnn Fowler and SAPPHO New Paradigm is my company, and I'm going to do something that I never thought that I would do ever, and that is at 64 years old I'm going to do a makeover for you. And so I'm going to start. I'm going to use all SAPPHO products, and all our products are clean, conscious, and vegan. And I'm going to start with our primer for dry skin, because I have dry skin. And the most wonderful thing about this product, over and above the fact that it primers your skin for the foundation, is that it helps with the appearance of large pores. So whether you have oily skin or dry skin, it does the same thing. We have two formulations. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my foundation. Now my foundation is named Rachel. It's named after Rachel Shelley. She was an actress on a show called The L Word that I worked on in for 6 years actually. And they were all the actresses were really helpful in sort of helping me formulate my colors and all that kind of stuff. So there are quite a few of them are named after the girls on the L Word, the women on the L Word, and others are named after women that I, really admire and care about. So hopefully you'll hear about those women as we go through this series. So what I'm doing is I'm using our buffer brush to buffer all the foundation in. And then, what I like to do, because, I have a lot of age spots and such, I like to go in with a second layer. And so the other thing that you can do is that you can put the foundation on with a foundation brush, and then you get a little bit of a heavier coverage. And I just call it, I say it's like painting a paintbrush. It's like painting your car. You just put it on and you just go and work it into the skin. And I do my eyelids, I do underneath my eyes, I do around my nose, I do the whole face. And then I try and go down a little bit onto my neck. Now our foundations are colored with a little bit of yellow, and the reason for that is that yellow naturally covers red. So the least amount of makeup that you can put on your face, I think, is the better. So if you have a little bit of color, a little bit of yellow in your foundations, then you can go with a little bit of less makeup, because it automatically covers your red. And the thing is as a makeup artist, time is of the essence. And so that when you have a product that has a dual purpose, it's really great. So there we go. I've done my foundation, and it's pretty good, I think. And now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to start to work on my eyes. I sort of go all over the place, and I don't really have a series of things that I do. I will be putting on my glasses to check every now and then, because I just want to tell you that I really can't see what I'm doing. So I have a mirror here, so I'm sort of looking into it, and I hope that's going to be workable for you guys. But basically I take my brush and I go up into that front part, into the ball, and then I go underneath and I do a nice line, and then I just fill it in. And I'm using our Taupe gray. It's great for almost every hair tone. We do have dark brown and a medium brown. The Taupe I like because I'm a blonde with gray now, and it's also, Taupe is really amazing for dark brows as well. So it's kind of like this great color that I learned about when I was a makeup artist in school, and we used to use this pencil called Ebony, and it was this slate brown. So, you know, we really want to have, I wear glasses, so I go a little heavier on my brows, because if I don't, you won't be able to see them at all. So, so I use that brush, and then, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow. And I'm going to start with just a really sort of light tone. Yikes. You know, and they say when you're older you shouldn't wear sparkles and stuff, but I like to wear a little bit of, I like lightness. I like a little bit of sparkle on my lid. And so if I'm going to do a day makeup, I like to have a little light in there. I don't like really heavy sparkle, but I don't mind a little bit of a satin look. So I put it on with my eyeshadow. I just do the lid. And you know, if you look in the mirror like this and you can see you have a natural shadow. So that natural shadow, of course, is what you want for your shadow for your crease. So you take your eyeshadow, always take it off in a little bit of something before you put it on your eyes, because it's always easier to take off. So I'm just going to sort of lay it in that area where there's shadow. And then I'm going to take a little bit of color off of my brush onto my Kleenex. And I'm just going to start to blend that. And I'm just going to start to I really want it to be blended out. So I want it to, you know, come out to nothing. So I want to just, I'm not putting any more color on it. I'm just blending it out. And in fact, I'll even take off a little bit more color, and I'll just keep blending it and blending it in nice sort of circles and getting that color out. Because what happens when you know, put color into the crease of your eye is that you sink the eye, but you make it look bigger. So if you have small eyes, this is a really great thing. And I just saw a piece of my eyebrow that I don't like. So I'm just gonna get a little, there we go. Okay. So this is a very easy sort of day makeup. I use the same lid color a little bit underneath my eyebrow. And then I'm going to take that same brush that I used for the eyebrow, and I'm going to use it just dry across my lid. Now the thing is I'm on this side, I use it backwards, right? So I always get that. So the line's a little bit cleaner. Now you can use this eyeshadow wet to get an eyeliner, you know, a nice French eyeliner. So you can use aloe gel instead of water, and it makes it last really long, but I'm just using it dry. And I'm using the Raven and the Jono, which is the black and the brown, and just to give myself a little bit of definition. You know, I find that the older you get, the less makeup you should really wear. It's really easy to look clownish, and because I'm putting it on without glasses, it's always a surprise as well as to what's just going to come out. So you know, everybody's like super concerned with shading these days, and contouring, and I'm not the biggest fan of over contouring, but I do take our darkest color that we have as face powder, and I take most of the color off the brush, and then you can do a little circle, and it's almost like you're doing an E, right? And so then you get, and what you want to do is you want to just bring the color that far from your ear. because then your eye will bring the rest of the way. So you want it right underneath that bone so that you're offering a little bit of shading there. You can add a little bit in your temples, a little bit at the top of your head if you want. If you're worried about your chin line, you can add a little bit in there. But, you know, be gentle within our blush. I'm using Emma's blush, big smile. I'm just gonna go underneath my cheeks. So, just a little bit. I hit my eyes. It always takes in the makeup. And then I'm gonna go in with my first okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my mascara and I'm gonna do my first I'm just gonna let that, I'm just gonna let it dry for a minute because this mascara comes off with water, but it dries on your eye, and if you let it dry, it won't come off with any kind of oil. So it won't transfer during the day. So that's why I'm letting it dry. I'm just doing one coat. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer, and my concealer, I'm just gonna dash around, you know, my eyes where it's a little bit, you know, I say I'm gonna give myself an extra hour's sleep. And our concealers are really kind of amazing. They're made to counteract color as well as cover. But there is a slightly more minerals in it than in our other color cosmetics because we want you to use the least amount of product in order to be able to get where you want to get to in terms of covering any discoloration or anything like that. So we also have shimmers. And I love our shimmers. They're also vegan. And you know, you can just put them on the top of your cheeks, right? Give that extra little bit of sheen. You don't want to, you know, the problem with some of the animal ones is that they're very sort of greasy looking, and you want shine, but you don't want grease. You don't want to look greasy. So this offers, I think, just a really nice little ball on your lip. Just a really, really nice little halation, they call it. It's like a halo. And then we have our lip gloss, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of hazy, which is just super nice. Nude pink. And if you're feeling really daring, this is what I like to do. I like to give myself a little bit on my cheeks. This is really something that my mom would have done back in the day with her lipstick. And I'm going to go in again with a little bit of my mascara, and you can see these lashes are just growing. And if I'm going out in the evening, I'm even going to go in with, I'll probably let it dry for a few more minutes, and then I'll go in with a third coat because it's the way we like it. So there we go. Oh, that's not too bad. That's the makeover for a 60-year-old woman, 64-year-old woman, and with SAPPHO Cosmetics. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it looks okay. And I'll see you again another time.